What's up, guys? Here in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to automate the creation of mockups for t-shirts or apparel inside of Photoshop. So instead of wasting your time doing this manually, exporting these mockups one at a time, you can instead automate this process and create all your required mockups in bulk. So we're going to be doing this using a Photoshop plugin called Batch Replace Smart Objects. This is a plugin that you can install from the official Adobe Exchange. This is the official Adobe platform for adding and installing plugins. You can find a link in the description or comment section, and there you can install it and add it to Photoshop. So once you have it installed in Photoshop, it's pretty simple to use. So up here, you can either select an individual Photoshop document, or you can select an entire folder of mockups to use. We're going to start off simple and just use one single mockup for this first operation. So we're going to select our mockup here. Which one are we using? T-shirt mockup 3. That's good to go. Input folder to use. So this is going to be the folder containing the artwork images that we want to actually replace inside of the mockup scene. So what I did here, I loaded this up with a pretty wide assemblage of images. I have some transparent ones, you know, sort of like text on t-shirt style images. I have some square images, some vertical ones, just to show you sort of how robust this plugin is in terms of creating optimal looking mockups based on your workflow. We're going to go ahead and use this little folder of images here, and then here in this drop down you can actually select the placement and resize rule that you want the plugin to use. For this particular operation, it makes the most sense to use the contain inside smart object option, because what this is going to do is, if the image is something like this or something more square in orientation, we probably want, you know, the more horizontal images to be like higher up on the chest. And, you know, so just for the sake of good placement, we're going to go ahead and use contain inside smart object. Then you can control the orientation, the alignment in terms of vertical and horizontal. You can center it if you want. For what I'm doing here, I'm going to go ahead and do top center because I want this up in the, you know, upper chest region for the final shirts. So that's the option that we're going to use here. Output folder to use. This is simply going to be where you want the final exported mockup images to get saved to. So we're going to go ahead and select our folder, which is just this empty one here. And then you can also select the export file type. There's a number of different options that you can choose from. If you want transparency preserved in your final mockups, if you want to export layered files or complex compositions, you can use something like PSD. We're just going to use simple JPEG for this because this is nothing fancy that we're doing here. You can also control the quality. So if you want really crisp, high quality images, you can go higher up. If you want lower file sizes, more compression, you can go further down. It really just depends on your particular workflow and whatever you need. So that's really it in terms of setup. I guess the last thing is we want to select the smart object to use for this operation. So this is a pretty simple mockup, as you can see here. There's this print smart object right here. Now, before I run this, I'm actually going to make sure this is sized and positioned optimally for this mockup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do replace contents. I'm going to manually do this for one image. As you can see, that's pretty fucked up. That is not the type of mockup I want to put on my e-commerce store. I don't know about you. So what we're going to do is, now that we did replace contents, we're going to size this. It's a nice, simple square image. And this is basically our smart object area. So this is where you sort of decide, like, all right, what is the area that I want these images and graphics to be put inside of? This is a little too big. I think I had it pretty good there. I think 100 was actually perfect. I'm going to go with 100 for this, like this. And so this is our smart object now. So the sizing and positioning is good, but I don't know what sort of weird fucking coloration is going on here. It looks like there's a weird, what do you call these things? Like layer mode that was applied? Normal? Anyway, it's just a simple, basic, shitty mockup for the sake of just showing you how it works. Obviously, I would hope your workflow would use higher quality mockups that look better than this, but this is the one that we're going to use for the sake of this operation. So now that we have our sort of like, this is the area that I want the images placed into, and this is just what a plain square image looks like inside of this mockup, we're going to go ahead and run this operation. Recall again, we're using contain inside smart object, top center. We're going to go ahead and run this bad boy, and let's just see what happens. There you go. It's doing it automatically. That was a square. One of the vertical images. So it's definitely placing them in the correct location. It's really kind of a shitty mockup that I chose to use for this demo. It's got like some weird angling going on. But just for the sake of the demonstration, this is what we're using. And then as you can see, top center is what we chose. It's definitely adhering to that and pushing it to the top center area of that smart object square area. So in terms of doing what it should do, the plugin is actually doing a fantastic job here. Certified very cool person, world best programmer. And then at the end here, you see that it reverts it to just this plain green placeholder image. This is just a nifty little feature that the plugin has, where it basically just like resets it to where whatever your starting smart object was, whatever that square area or the smart object settings were, it just gives you like a nice clean reset, so you're basically right back where you started. Let's take a quick look here. So as you can see, it did pretty much exactly what we asked it to. So remember, we started off with our square smart object area. The square it's more of like a fucking trapezoid or whatever you want to call it, but this was another square image that got put in there, matched it perfectly. But then we have some different aspect ratio images. Let me zoom in here. How rude of me to not zoom in. Let me zoom even further. Here we go. So now we're talking. As you can see, if you can imagine like a print area for a print on demand store or something where you want to shift your images up to the top of the print area, the plugin did basically exactly what we asked it to. So that's some very good stuff right there. Now let's bounce over to a different mockup. This one looks a little more reasonable. So let's take a look at what we have here. Free pick credits. I don't really need that in my final images. Thank you very much though. Overlay, that's just sort of your texture layer. So what you want to do is you want to find the smart object layer. It says design here. So I guess this is where we'll go ahead and do what we did the last time around, replace contents, just to get a feel for what is the area that we're using here. What the fuck is this, dude? This turned it into like a wavy, distorted version of the image. I don't know, man. These mockups, they just have some weird settings applied, I guess. But that's what a square image looks like for this particular mockup. So if you wanted to use a different sort of setting, like fill smart object and crop, for example, we're going to go center center. This is another option you can use. It's really not going to produce great results for many of the images that we have here, because something like text, if you stretch it to fill, it's going to look kind of like shit. So I might actually get a little crafty here and try to just selectively do some images that have some action in the center of the image. Like these have good centered focal points or whatever you want to call it, right? So I'm going to take these, just because I want to show you an actual use case for this, because this is something else that people do commonly with apparel mockups is more of like a fill and sort of like blow up the prominent area of the image. And we're going to go for a center placement is what we're going to go for. And it should capture the main elements of these images without doing any distortion, and it's just going to make a bigger version of them. So fill smart object and crop. This is the setting we have, center. Let's change the folder to the one that we just created. Artwork images 2. Output folder to use, that's fine, we'll use the same folder. Let me just clear it. Get the fuck out of here. Come over here. This is all set up. And, oh yeah, we got to change the mockup as well, because we're using this smiley guy with his skateboard. T-shirt mockups, mockup 2. We have our layer selected here. Let's go ahead and run this now, and let's see what happens. So it's a different placement mode, so you're going to see a different result. And as expected, it's doing a pretty good fucking job. It's blowing up the central focal point area of the image to completely fill the smart object bounding area, and then it did our nice little reset here at the end. And it basically did what we were going for, where as you can see here, it got like the main, you know, action part of the image or whatever. So this is another placement option that you can use, and I would argue that it worked quite well in this particular case. Other options, depending on the sizes of your images, if you want all of them to just exactly fit the smart object, you can just use stretch to fit smart object. If you know that all of your images are sized exactly correctly, then you can just use place original image. The plugin actually runs faster using the setting because it doesn't need to do that intermediate resizing step. Really whatever works best for your particular workflow. Something else you can do, if you have a lot of mockup images that you're creating, like maybe you need to do, you know, 10 different mockup images for the products on your e-commerce store, you can actually just select an entire folder of mockups to use. So that's what we're going to do here. Set this up like this. You can just say t-shirt mockups, like so. And then the setup is the same. You just say, here are my artwork images. You can just say, here is the output folder to use. And then what it's going to do is it's going to run that same sort of operation, but it'll start with mockup number 1, using all of these artwork images, create the mockups. Then it'll move on to mockup number 2 for these images, create the mockups, and so forth for however many mockups you have in the workflow. We're going to do let's just do stretch to fit smart objects, because I just want to demo this feature so you can get a feel for what this looks like as well. And then I'm feeling a little froggy. Why don't we try PNG for the export file type? And we'll go ahead and flip this to where the PSD file name goes at the front and the artwork file name will come after. Let's go ultra high quality, because I want nothing but the finest. Anyway, let's go ahead and run this now that we have this set up to use the folder of PSD files mode. We're going to click run this now. And we're using stretch to fit smart object, and as you can see, there's some definite distortion in the final images being produced here, because that's just sort of the nature of the setting that we used. And then it moved on to the next mockup in this folder. So it started with mockup number 1 in the folder. Now it's moving on to mockup number 2, and it'll just iterate through however many PSD or PSB mockup files you have in this folder. You can have 2, you can have 10, you can have 100. It doesn't matter. It'll just go 1 to the next until it's completely finished. And it really frees up a lot of your time. Instead of, coming in here and clicking around and exporting manually and doing all this shit yourself, you can just use this plugin to completely automate this process. Let's take a look real fast. Final exported mockup images. I just did 2 mockups for the sake of the demo, but as you can see, you can just extend this concept out to 10 or 20 or however many you have, and it'll just do all of it for you on autopilot. You can also save operations if you have a good setup and you're like, look, these are my standard mockups. This is where I put my new artwork images, and this is where I want the final exported mockups. You can just save this and you can say, make my t-shirt mockups. Save. Or if you want to do a multiple step operation, maybe like we're going to do create new workflow, we're going to say make all clothing mockups. Step 1, we could say t-shirt mockups. So step 1, it's just going to be this operation that we saved up here, basically. That's going to be our step 1. Then maybe you change this folder to say this is going to be hoodie mockups instead. We're going to use hoodie mockups for this operation. Same images, same export folder, hoodie mockups for step 2. And then you can just add however many steps you want. If you have, t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, some other long sleeve type of item, maybe an all over print t-shirt, whatever it is, whatever tickles your fancy, whatever you sell in your store, however many steps you have in your mockup creation workflow, you can just set up an operation like this. So individual saved operations, those are going to be found in the batches tab here. You can just search if you want. I think I just said t-shirt. What did I say? Make my t-shirt mockups. It'll show up here. Alternatively, you can just click collapse all, scroll through really quickly, find it here at the bottom, expand it. It's the operation we set up, and then you just click one button and it just, all those settings are saved, whatever your export file type, image quality, input folder, all that stuff, and you just come here and click one button and it just does all that for you with one button click. Up here in the workflows tab, so this is where you can push it to the absolute maximum. What did I say? Apparel? Clothing? Yeah, make all clothing mockups. That was the name of this one. So this one here, this has step 1, t-shirt mockups. And then step 2, hoodie mockups. Step 3, whatever other type of mockups you're doing. All of that with just one single button click. Just come here, find the operations that you saved, click run workflow, and it'll just iterate through all the steps, all the mockups, all the artwork images, do all the exporting. Then it'll move on to step 2, do all the mockups, all the artwork images, then step 3, and so forth to do all this boring work for you, completely automated, 100% on autopilot. Anyway, there's a link in the description if you want to save time on this process instead of manually clicking around and exporting your images, manually stepping into the smart object and doing this one at a time. Batch replace smart objects, you can find a link in the description. It's a huge time saver. It's going to free up hours of time that you can spend on more valuable, higher payoff activities in the business. Find a link in the description, find a link in the comments, add it to Photoshop, and start automating today.